Hi, oh, how are you going? Welcome with me, Rose Karen, another round of righteous readings where we do raw, righteous to the point readings here. Thank you for joining me. We are continuing with March's main monthly. It is the next sign of Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. This is your main monthly for the month of March 2022. This is a main monthly. It will run for the month and it will attain to the sign of Capricorn. Whether you're a Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, there'll be messages here for you today. We're doing a full Celtic cross standard placements, which we'll then go through and clarify to get another layer deep to find out exactly what's going on. We may get to some inspirational messages too if we're lucky. So bear with me. I am, still in the recovery boat, very much still in this isolation bubble, but at least it gives me some downtime to hear it. Today we're actually celebrating the twins' 3rd birthday, so to Radha and Shadi, happy birthday, Twinkies. Capricorn, let's do you now, March 2022. Let's find out what's coming in. Okay, Capricorn, let's find out what's coming in for your March 2022. Main monthly, spirits and guides, daily Celtic cross. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Capricorn for March 2022. Please leave a like, share if you so choose to, but definitely subscribe to the channel and join me for many more readings to come. Capricorn, please. Capricorn March 2022. There we go, that's the one. Right. Here we go. Wow, lots of majors. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. Victor or dejected, you will be one of the two. Okay, Capricorn, for March, coming into the reading as the Queen of Wands, someone very warm, very chastity, willing to give service, really invested, a lot of passion here, really helping others. Being very charming, very graceful, really being the gracious host, really being the centre of attention, really being very charismatic here, really pulling in that attractive and attentional energy, really being all eyes on you when you walk in the room, very iconic kind of energy. Across the obstacle, issues or challenge you'll have to face or deal with throughout the month of March, Capricorn, is that the 5 of Pentacles. Capricorn, through March, your biggest challenge of accepting will be that of destitutional loss, things not coming in, being pushed out in the cold, third-party experiences, being picked at the post, never chosen, and actually suffering real monetary or housing sufferance from that. I feel like this has been ongoing. Crowning the reading, we have that 4 of Cups. This is my meh card. Having a lot of options coming in, but nothing really tantalising the taste buds. It's all very meh. You can tell by the way he's sitting there with arms folded, very off-put, can even refer to disgust, bitter experience, being a bit stationary at the moment, but not being taken by anything that's on offer. And there are things on offer. Root of the reading for Capricorn, where it's all built up off of the Knight of Pentacles. Very, very mature, methodical, slow, persistent, and able. Very laborious energy. Heavy-handed stag here. This pony ain't made for, shuffling its feet in a fast fury like a footloose. And it's not made for jumping. This is not an agility horse in that respect. This horse is made for pulling heavy-ass earth. It's a stag. It's made for, hauling big carts of heavy earth. And it takes a long time to do it, but it will come in eventually. This would be in the time frame of years. It's been a long-running goal, I feel, to get this real, mature, methodical stability here. Past energy, Ace of Swords. This is where that determination and force came in, the triumph to want to move forward with truth, with the sword, with a new seed, in mental attitude, in moving forward of force, real superiority, real triumph here. Future energy, sign of Pisces coming through now, major arcana, the moon. Future energy is that of the uncertain, that of the unknown, that of deceit, that of the darkness to the light, the polaristic, not knowing where you're at, the deception, the deceit, unknown enemies, craftiness, lies, all that underbelly. Advice from Spirit, Tower in reverse. There is going to be continued oppression during March, and continuing the same old rut or the same old way of going about things. There's not going to be really big change here. It's all in the undercurrent. Outsider's view of you and your situation is that the Knight of Wands reverse. Again, this is someone having a bit of a bitter experience due to a third party, and someone having a proposal here and not taking it up, someone being quite rude, someone really being pushed out, I feel. Not chosen, really, is what I want to say, not chosen. Hopes and fears, sign of Leo's major arcana now, strength. Your hopes, your fears is that to have tenacity, strength, courage, and have the bravado to pull this off. Internal, external, in an infinite amount of energy to be able to have the strength, tenacity, courage, and will. The outcome, another major arcana, this time Cancer, the Chariot. Forward movement on a journey with light and shadow, taking it all. Having some astrological influence here. It's like your time, the stars are in alignment. I'm feeling like you're being pointed in the right direction. It's your time for triumph here. Through warlike rant, controlling one's emotions, and through the movement of the journey of the victory, of the triumph, pushing through it all. And having that perfect balance of light and shade. It's interesting. You might just be the victoress after all. Capricorn. Never, ever, ever any of the other signs that are watching today dismiss Capricorn. Because once they're determined and they're willing to show it, wow, forced to be reckoned with, because they go so under the radar, their meticulousness at times. But man, when they want to show it, all you see, clear as day. Let's clarify this now for Capricorn. So you're coming in as the Queen of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess. Now that is beautiful. Crossing obstacles issue, 5 of Pentacles. Let's clarify that, 5 Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Wow. 4 of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords. Now let's clarify that Knight of Pentacles. Sun in reverse. Ace of Swords in the past energy. The Hierophant in reverse, sign of Taurus. Future energy, the Moon. Let's clarify that Moon. Why is the Moon here? The Empress. Vice from Spirit, Tower in reverse. Let's clarify. Yep. The Lovers. Wow. Gemini energy. Majors all around. That Knight of Wands reverse, Outsider's view. Let's clarify that Knight of Wands reverse. 8 of Wands. Wow. The Strength card for hopes and fears. Let's clarify the energy of that Strength card, please. 10 of Wands reverse, and the outcome, the Chariot. 3 of Wands reversed. Bottom of the deck. 9 of Swords reversed. You are starting to release some of the fears, but you're not sleeping well still. You still have a lot of anxiety here. You are in a state of despair. You are in a state of real crisis time in your head. Time to get out of one's head. All right, Capricorn, so you're coming into March, coming into this reading, massive power here. Queen of Wands back with the High Priestess, being very chastity, very giving, very invested, really attracting all of the charisma from the crowd. You walk into the room, you light it up, and you do have the wisdom to back this up, not just the pretty imagery. You really are smart cookie, holding back some secrets, the key to the unknown, wisdom here, knowledge. The fruit of all of that, you are in the most looking good and intellectually peaked time, I want to say right now. Your obstacles issue for the month of March, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles here, Earth energy, Earth sign, makes sense. Challenge will be that of destitution, loss, and complete ruin, being pushed out in the cold, third-party experience. The 8 of Pentacles, solidifying that, is that of head down, bum up, really working very, very hard here, meticulously to get extra dimension in your monetary. It's like I keep putting more investment in, more dimension to get more money, to be more educated within my field. But it always seems to lead to the same old road of the same old ends, or you're just the cycle of worry. Crowning the reading, 4 of Cups, King of Swords. Having options, being very wary. Remember the Mech card? Having options coming through, not willing to choose anything. Nothing's tantalizing the taste buds at the moment. King of Swords, you are being very authoritative in your power, and you are commanding that. You're controlling your emotions. You're not letting anything else go through. You know what you want, and you're being very determined about intellectually voicing that. everyone knows exactly what you're thinking. That's for sure, because you are to the point, to the T, as it's tight. There's no room for miscommunication or misunderstanding on that one. Root of the reading, Knight of Pentacles with the Sun reverse. You are being very methodical, very laborious here. Years is the time frame. Coming in with something that's going to bring in security and a lot of monetary richness and real offering here, a real beginning. The Sun in reverse, though, is saying at the moment you're very unsatisfied with the way this is moving. You really do feel that this is just taking too long, or this is just not going to bring in enough happiness to counteract the weight it has taken you in years, I'm saying here. Past energy, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant in reverse, Hierophant sign of Taurus. Being very forceful, very triumphant, trying to have a fresh new seed here in a real beginning, but you are sacrificing so much for it that you are starting to slip a little bit. You're starting to maybe get a little bit exhausted, maybe starting to lose some of that intellectual edge that you had in the past, like you were holding so dear in the past. Future energy, all majors, man. Future energy is crazy. The Moon and the Empress. Pisces energy and Venus's energy coming through here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this year there is a Venus in Pisces thing going on or something. I was just watching transits like earlier today, but my head's really foggy and I can't really recall. I've watched a lot of things lately and I cannot recall. So you must excuse me, but red flag, like a ding-a-ling, bell going off there. The Moon, that of deception, to see unknown, the darkness, the light, the shadow to the light, going into this with the real fear of deception, false friends, falsities, lies. But you are strong, you are the Empress, you are in your fruitfulness, you are in your divine time, you are being astrologically, again, guided, I want to say, forward for this. And I feel it's in the quest for love, whether it's love of self, I feel like love is the core of this, even though it doesn't feel like it initially. But I feel it is. Advice from Spirit, more majors coming through here. The Tower reverse with the Lovers sign of Gemini coming through here. Continued oppression, following the same old rut, maybe not being able to bring in the change that you want. Flicking wheels, getting mud. The Lovers, you are trying to test a relationship here, whether that's love for self, love for higher self, or whether it's love for another human being or person, place, or thing, whatever it tains to for you. But it is love, is what is here, I'm seeing. It's in the background. You're trying to hide it, but that's the true cause of all of this shit. Outside view, Knight of Wands reverse, Eight of Wands. Someone being a little bit disrespectful, someone that's kind of used you, maybe a bit abused you, and you're swiftly making haste either away from this or trying to change this. The Eight of Wands is that of communication, hastily made movement, real force like arrows through the air. It can also refer to Cupid's love. So again, with this, could be referring to outside view, maybe picking up on what you're trying to hide, I feel. Hopes and fears, Strength card, and the Ten of Wands reverse. Leo energy with that strength. Trying to have the strength, tenacity, and will to move forward here. After really trying to release a lot of burdens, releasing a lot of past issue, current issues still ongoing. A lot of burdens. There's still some obstacles to go through. You are getting to the point where you're starting to release this and accept this and move forward from this, but it is still very much on the cusp of you having the strength to do this, to get it done, to execute this completely, because at the moment you're sitting on a 95%er. You let that 5% slip, it will still be an ongoing concurrent issue. It needs to be nipped. Outcome, the Chariot with the Three of Wands reverse. Forward movement, journey, controlling one's emotions, really wanting triumph here through the tenacity of the warlike movement and being, it's happening. Three of Wands reversed. Your ships aren't coming in here in a lot of facets, and you can make as much warlike movement as you want to try and get triumph here. But at the end of the day, is the ship even in the water? Is there even a chance of it coming in? What are you really running towards? What are you really trying to achieve here? Is it your own desire of perfection or a better version of yourself? Or is it something completely, really just wanting to control, wanting to be the forceful one, wanting to be the mandated, wanting to be the Chariot as well as the Empress, while coming out of an energy of the Hierophant reverse and the Sun reverse and Because at the moment you're in a real guided place. I cannot get past this energy of your current, even though everything else is very, very interesting. I find this to be piquing my attention. Two very, very strong energies here of the Wand Queen and the High Priestess of higher intuition, intellect, spirituality. The other side, that of what is not known. Spirits, true secrets. And having the charisma and the polaristic energy to pull people in while knowing everything in here. Cheeky little devils. Never put a Capricorn down. A lot going on that others don't see. Let's get the additional for March now for Capricorn. Capricorn March, what do we got? There we go. Nourish yourself. You have been using food to numb rather than nourish. Be honest. If so, break that pattern today. Show yourselves that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast your longevity. Cheers. And longevity is what you need. A new day. Let go of what was in order to make room for what's to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or a depleting commitment. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge the feelings. Learn from the experience and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of our life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. And invite your fears to tea. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. High Priestess. So invite your fears to tea, a new day, and nourish yourself for that day. I feel like that's a bit of a storyline just in itself. Enjoy your March, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me. Red Ski here on Righteous Readings. Can't wait to see you on the next round. Bye all. Take care.